Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes co-hosted DNA3, What You Need to Know, for years before their controversial romance caused a major scandal, ultimately leading to their ouster from the ABC News show in January 2023. Though Robach and Holmes' love story got off to a somewhat disastrous start, their relationship has been going strong ever since, with the two journalists revealing on their Amy and TJ podcast in September 2024 that they'd taken the next step and were living together. But even though they've known each other for years and risked it all to be together, there are still plenty of tragic details about Robach and Holmes' relationship, suggesting that they still have some kinks to work out. During an October 2024 episode of their podcast, the celebrity couple explained that they have entirely different styles of communicating, which leads to misunderstandings. As Holmes acknowledged, "Because I speak literally and you often speak emotionally, I think he'll admit that, so where I am only taking into account the words coming out of your mouth and not trying to assign anything to an emotion." Robach agreed, noting, "Sometimes what I say isn't direct or isn't specific, it's more a feeling." As a result, he finds it tough to parse what she's actually getting at. This, in turn, upsets Robach, who feels that her partner is being inconsiderate. As the former GNA host admitted, "I feel like you are doing it on purpose, like you are almost holding it over my head. Like, well, if you had meant to say that, that's what you should have said." Amy Robach lives a decidedly loudish life, but that doesn't mean everything is perfect with her and partner T.J. Holmes. The controversial couple has been refreshingly open about their struggles on their podcast. In one episode of Amy and T.J., Holmes even confessed that things got so bad at one point that he felt like they were just going through the motions and were no longer present in a relationship. Robach disclosed that they stopped going on dates and spending time with each other outside of work, to which Holmes added, "We stopped making our relationship a priority." Fortunately, the couple managed to work through their issues and they remain as loved up as ever. In September 2024, Robach remarked in an episode of her and Holmes' other podcast, "I Do, Part 2, that although they're both open to being married again someday, the former colleagues plan to take their time before tying the knot. There is no urgency in the sense that I'm 51 years old. I don't need to rush into anything," she reasoned. Holmes also shared why his potential future wedding to Robach would be different from his first, clarifying, "It's different for me this time around, where it doesn't feel like the next step. Like, what needs to be done? It's been so long. No, I just want to marry her." Robach and Holmes were still married to other people when they began seeing each other in November 2022, though they've always insisted that they already split from their respective spouses months prior to anything romantic happening between them. Robach and Andrew Shue finalized their divorce in March 2023, while Holmes' marriage to Marilee Fiebig was officially dissolved 7 months later. Read more. https://www.thelist.com/1712107/Amy-Robach-J-Holmes-communication-issues/